Cannabis has been one of the hottest industries to trade in the stock market, and the job for traders has been to pick the best shares positioned for the legalization of cannabis for medicinal and recreational use, particularly in the US. But here's a question for you. Do you want a way to trade the cannabis industry but without having to pick individual shares? LCG is offering one of the most innovative ways I've seen to trade the cannabis industry through a pioneering cannabis index. The index is automatically adjusted to include the top 20 companies in the marijuana business. So in short, the goal of the index is to position traders to capture the huge growth opportunity of cannabis while staying diversified to reduce individual company risk. In this video, I'll aim to answer 3 important FAQs about the index and give you a brief description of the shares included within it. Question number 1, how are the shares selected for the index? The LCG Cannabis Index is designed to measure the market performance of companies with more than 50% revenue exposure to the cannabis industry and trade it at global liquid stock exchanges. Let's break down the 2 things I've just said here. Firstly, the LCG Index is geared towards pure cannabis companies. To elaborate, some traditional companies, particularly in the food and beverage sector, have begun to produce cannabis products to capitalize on this fast-growing new market. For instance, Pepsi is introducing, or plans to introduce at least, hemp-infused drinks. For these companies, cannabis is still a small part of their revenue stream, so they would not be included in this index. Secondly, the LCG index will only capture the cannabis industry's biggest companies. It's worth understanding that there are hundreds of cannabis penny stocks, which while offering big potential growth, are also extremely risky because of the high risk that these smaller companies fail. Penny stocks typically trade OTC over the counter and can be very illiquid, making it harder to close a trade near the current market price. The business model of LCG is to offer only the most liquid assets for fast, efficient, and low-cost trading. Question number 2 is, how is the index constructed? The index is calculated and disseminated on a gross total return basis with the US dollar as its base currency. The largest 20 stocks from the resulting universe are selected. The weighting is done based on market capitalization, with a cap on the largest positions to 15% to reduce issuer concentration. So to summarize, the index is based in dollars, has 20 shares in it, and no single share represents more than 15% of the index to keep it diversified. Question 3, which shares are in the index? Well, the table you see here shows the shares included in the index as of September 2019. But as I mentioned in the introduction, it adjusts according to the performance of the shares. So the constituents of the index will change over time, but as I said, here's a good summary of some of the top companies you can expect to see in the index on a regular basis. Right, well, thank you very much for watching this video. If you do want to see more of these videos, please make sure to follow myself and LCG on YouTube and social media.